God. I don't know what I did. But... Hello, ladies. Sorry, it took me a couple minutes to come on, a little technical difficulty. So I'm super excited to be here tonight. And I want you to know I've got this chat going on the side. And I'd love it if everybody who hops on could go ahead and say your name, because I'm going to be doing some raffles at the end. And guest participants can win free hand creams, which I think we all need, because right now, most people have a lot of trouble with their hands. It's pretty dry and grim with all the hand sanitizer, if you're lucky enough to have hand sanitizer, and all the hand washing. So my plan originally was to do this at the sink, and Lucky was going to videotape me, and I was going to show you how you do it. But then I realized that I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So when you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you actually can't do this on your phone. You have to do it as your desktop. So now the roles are reversed. And I'd like to introduce Lucky. She's my lovely hand model. Show them your dry hands. Oh, tell them about your dry hands.
They're so red and crusty, and my knuckles are all red. And, just like, teenager hands.
Yeah. And is there any particular reasons why they're particularly dry these days?
Well, since it's really cold out, that's a reason. And I went on a walk today, so that's probably since I was out in the cold.
And what about your frequent hand washing due to the...
Well, yeah, I have to wash my hands every time I'm going to eat. Well, obviously.
Yep.
But so I have to do it more often.
And we're all washing our hands like crazy. So this is what we're going to do. First thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you the satin hand set. Okay, this is one of the most famous things that we have in Mary Kay. When you're in Mary Kay, people ask you two questions. The first question they ask you is, what do you think the first question is? Anyone want to write it down in the comments? I'm gonna let you write it, and the first person that gets it right is gonna get an extra entry. The second question that people ask you is, do you guys still have that silky hand thing? They never get the name right. It's satin hands. And the answer is yes, because I think that if we ever got rid of it, that would be a real problem. So I'm going to give you the rest of this to ask me what you think the first question, to put down what you think the first question is. So I'm going to give the first step I'm going to give is our hand softener. Okay. And I'm going to put it on Lucky. She has used this many times. I want you to hold it up to the camera so they can see what it looks like. It's kind of like it holds its shape. All right. You go ahead and rub that in and tell people what it feels like.
So it's like it definitely feels like oily, luscious, and moisturizing. It's like getting in all of the dry skin and kind of like reviving it. I don't really know if that's the right word, but
you should go into marketing. Yeah, you're good at that.
Thanks.
Now, a lot of people think that this sort of a heavy cream is going to moisturize your skin. It's actually not going to moisturize your skin. The only way to make this moisturize your skin is if you wet your hands first and put it on top and it seals it in. But we're not using this to moisturize Lucky's hands, even though it feels that way. We're using this to soften the skin on our hands because we want to get rid of the dead skin on your hands. Because if you have dry, cracked hands, you've got two problems. The first problem is that you're covered in dead skin. And the second problem is that underneath that dead skin is really dry, cracked, sore knuckles and all that. So you got to take off the dead skin, and then you need to exfoliate. You got to moisturize it. So tell them what I just gave you there.
So she just gave me the Shea Satin Smooth Refining Shea Scrub.
That's what I gave her.
And it has like sugar, I'm guessing, to like crystals, whatever, to make it get and grind off all the bad skin that's on top of the good skin.
That's exactly right. So your job now is to go and to rinse it off.
Okay.
And make sure you get it out from under your nails, because all the magic is lost if you're picking it out from under your nails. Do you need a napkin to be able to move through the doorknob? She's got these super like covered hands and the door's locked close. Okay. So Lucky's doing those first steps. She's going to come back. All right, so next, while she's doing that, we're going to go on to like the next situation. Now, these products can be used individually or together. So a heavy product like this, the hand softener, what you can do with this, if you want to have it help moisturize your skin, is before you go to bed, this is my favorite, wet your hands. So you can just like wash them, like if you wash them before you go to bed, and then you want them not like soaking wet, like dripping everywhere, but have them be really damp, and then put some hand softener on top. It kind of can feel weird to put cream on top of wet hands. It kind of feels like you're pushing the water around, but it actually seals in the water. And then what you can do is you can put something over your hands to go to sleep with. I always use socks. So just like plain cotton socks. Now it's like I wouldn't want to sleep all night with socks on my hands. That would kind of bother me, but I don't. Like I just lie down to go to bed, and then within like 10 minutes I rip them off, and then I don't get like the hand softener all over my sheets. And when you wake up, your hands will be super, super soft. How are you feeling with your hands, Luck?
They're like really soft, and even though you said it doesn't moisturize, it still feels like that.
Well, we took off all the dead skin, so now what's exposed is the really healthy skin, which is more moisturized. And now we're gonna put on our Shea hand cream. We use the white tea and citrus today, and that you can put on any time. Some people use hand cream all day long. It's one of the best. I'm not gonna do it right now because
it's delicious.
It's delicious. It's delicious. It also comes in fragrance free. Now, I tend to not always use this as a set. What I do is this goes by my bed, and I use that with damp hands before bed. This goes by my kitchen or bathroom sink, and I use that not every time I wash my hands because it's scrubby, and I feel like you could overdo it if you use it every time, but I use it sometimes, maybe once a day, every other day, and it really helps get off the dryness. And then the hand cream, well, I have about 27 of these going on in this house. Every room of my house, every flat surface, you're going to find a Mary Kay hand cream. And this is the white tea and citrus, and then you can also get it on the fragrance free. So a lot of people, they get these, and they get multiple ones of these. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about your fingernails. And for some people, this is a real issue because they get their nails done. And I mean like acrylic, right? And now we're at the situation where in many states, the personal care type things have closed. They've been forced to close. So for those of you that go and get your nails filled every 2 weeks, there's going to be a period of time where you can't do that. And then there are other people who they go and get manicures, maybe not tips, but they like to have their nails done. So if you have tips, what I'm going to recommend is as they start to grow out, take them off. And you can look up online. There are lots of ways to safely take them off with tweezers, or you soak them in tweezers, or dental floss works. It's a bunch of ways. And then you're going to we always say, I should take a break from them. Everybody always says that I should take a break from them. Well, now here's a chance to take a break from them. But I have this product that I'm going to put into Lucky's cuticles. And Lucky, do you see Angelina's on?
I know. Hi, Angelina.
And this is the Mary Kay Naturally Nourishing Oil. And shout out to Nicole Kittrick, who is correct. The first question you get when people say ask if you're a Mary Kay is, do you have a pink Cadillac? So this nourishing oil is designed from our Naturally line as a skincare product. But it doesn't just have to be used on your face, although it's wonderful on your face. What you can do is you just put a little dot on your cuticles and go ahead and rub it in. Because when your cuticles start to get all like scaggy and you naturally kind of pick at them, it can get infected. And we all know that when you get those little red infected areas around your nails, it feels terrible. There you go. And so this actually helps heal the skin around there. It's 100% naturally derived, and you can just massage it into your nails. This will be really good for your nails if you do get your nails done and you do have acrylic tips and you're going to take them off. So, this isn't going to last that long. This whole thing will pass, can't last forever. And then you can go back to get your fancy nails and go spend an arm and a leg every 2 weeks to get them filled. But in the meantime, this is a great time to go ahead and to let them breathe. So what I'm going to do is a couple more quick things. I'm going to give you prices on these products. Obviously, there's no obligation to make a purchase, but we are doing a sale just for people who are on live, and we're doing that as something special. So the hand cream alone, which comes in white tea and citrus or fragrance free, is $12. And the special that we're running today for anyone who's on here live is going to be, if you get one, you can get the second one for $5 off. This makes a great gift for the people who don't have the luxury of staying home. Nurses, people that are having to go to work and that are out there washing their hands 50 billion times a day because they're trying to stay safe. Supermarket workers, any essential employee, it's a great gift to give. And then the satin hand set, which comes in a bag like this, again, also fragrance free or white tea and citrus. This set is $36 for all 3 products. And if you get one, then the second one would be $10 off. And that's the promo that we're running for this. And so if you like any of that, if you want to get at that, or is there anything else that you're interested in getting from your consultant, write sold in the comments. And then your consultant will know to follow up with you. And you're going to get an extra entry for hand cream if you order anything at all. Even if you order a black eyeliner, which is kind of random because we're not even talking about that. But maybe you're like, man, I like her eyeliner. And then you totally can get one. And then the other product that we tried is our nourishing oil. Now, I don't know if you can practically tell how full this is. I've been working on this one for like 2 months. This one's 48. It's not a cuticle cream, although people do use it as cuticle oil all the time. But it's designed for your face or any areas that you just need that extra hydration. And the same with the satin hands. You don't have to just use this on your hands. A lot of people use it on their feet, elbows, knees, all that sort of thing. So if you're interested in any of those products, go ahead, pardon me, and write sold on that. And then the last thing, and this is for everyone who's watching this, even if you're watching it after the video's over, we are all working really hard to book virtual makeovers and virtual skincare treatments. And actually, did you know you're coming to one on Saturday?
No, did not know that.
So we're doing one with a bunch of the moms from our high school. And one of the moms from our high school was like, oh, could my teenage daughter be on? And I said, sure, I'll have Lucky on to it. And because they're friends, Caroline Driscoll. Oh. So anyway, this is a really fun thing. So basically what I did was I sent out little packets of samples to all the people that are going to be on. And then we're going to all go on Zoom at the same time, and I'm going to tell them how to do makeovers. So if that sounds like something that's fun to you, then let your consultant know, write virtual in the little chat, or if this video is over, so the chat's gone, then just go ahead and under this video, write virtual, or just text your consultant and say, I'll do that, because we're working really hard to get really good at doing virtual appointments, and we're just trying to pamper people. I think everyone out there is trying to do the best thing, and we want to help too. You want to help a nurse? Get her a satin handset. You want to help a Mary Kay lady? Book a virtual makeover and let her practice our little long distance thing on you. Thank you so much for being on. I see Stephanie wrote a great note that it's really good for the ends of your hair.
If you like bleach or dye your hair, that's probably really good.
Yeah.
Like I used argan oil, but that's probably so much better too.
We should try it.
Yeah.
And then also I've heard that some people use it as beard oil. I don't really get beard oil, but I guess that's a thing. So if you have some of this, or you get some, and you have a dude with a beard, put some oil on it.
It could be a woman too.
Or a woman. That's right. No gender bias here at Mary Kay Cosmetics. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and check out the comments. I will let you know if you're a winner of the hand cream. And I just want to thank everybody for being on. I appreciate it. I hope that your hands feel better. Take good care of them. And get off those acrylic nails. Let's just ditch them. Let's just ditch them for a month or so and move past this, and then you can start all over again. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks so much for being on.